NATO is responding strongly to Russian aggression in the Baltic Sea. There will be additional patrols and rapid responses to any presence of a suspicious vessel. Sweden has already sent 3 warships and a reconnaissance plane to the Baltic to protect critical infrastructure under attack by Russian and Chinese vessels. 3 warships and a reconnaissance plane. Sweden is deploying additional troops and equipment in the Baltic Sea. This is in response to hostile actions by Russia and China, which are ruthlessly attacking the critical infrastructure of countries in the region. We take the matter very seriously. We cannot allow Russian escalation in the Baltic. Therefore, we have taken firm decisions that are defensive in nature. Also, the Swedish Coast Guard has deployed 4 ships to monitor the Baltic around the clock, with 7 more vessels ready for action at any time, all as part of a new NATO mission to protect Baltic infrastructure from Russian aggression at sea. NATO has now simply started to pay attention to certain things and realize that they can happen. And as a result, there is this increased activity of NATO navies in the Baltic. Russian and Chinese ships have damaged 10 telecommunications cables, transmitting key banking, economic, and security data in the last several weeks alone. An internet cable connecting Sweden and Finland was severed. Lithuania, Germany, and Estonia were also directly affected by the attacks.
Finland just recently, during Christmas, successfully intercepted a Shadow Fleet vessel. And we will look into the legal and other conditions for better protecting infrastructure located in international maritime areas.
Chinese and Russian vessels are appearing in the Baltic, circling strategically important sites, lowering anchors so as to damage underwater cables. This is how the Kremlin is testing the response of countries in the region to the threat. Hence the alarm raised by the North Atlantic Alliance countries, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, and Estonia. The Baltic is a very important sea, geopolitically, but also economically. Hence, based on recent experience, these recent cases that we have seen, whether in the waters of Estonia and Finland, or more in the waters of the Western Baltic, where there have been operations of damage to these critical infrastructure elements. Hence the focus on an increasing number of ships to patrol, to secure key locations in the Baltic Sea. This is a patrol by Estonian sailors in Baltic waters. Any suspicious vessel is reported. Any incomprehensible maneuvering causes NATO ships to set off in pursuit of the vessel. Everyone here knows well that Vladimir Putin understands only the language of force.
The main thing is to show force, show that we are checking all the vessels that are passing through this area. So we are basically preventing or trying to prevent anything else bad from happening on this area of the sea.
The safety of everyone in the region is at stake.